So hello everyone. In this video, we are going to cover about the two very important positions of rook and games, that is Lucena and Philidor position. Okay. So first we will start with the Lucena position. Okay. So this position is called Lucena position in which white is one pawn up. Okay. And white pawn is on the 7th rank. It is about to be get queened. Now it's not that easy to queen the pawn. There is a certain procedure that we have to follow. Okay. For example, if you will start with rook to e7 check, then king will go on f8, rook e8 check, king will come on f7, and he will just keep on repeating the moves again and again if you will give the check. So that's why the first move that you have to start with is rook to f2 check. Okay, and now black cannot come on the e6 because he will immediately lose the game. Okay, because let's say he comes on the e6, white can just play king to e8 threatening to make a queen. Let's say black goes rook to h1 trying for checkmate, but no, white will promote the pawn to a queen. If black gives the check, this rook is there which will block and white is winning. Okay, so coming back, so after this check, this is the very first move to push the king away. King has to go on the g7. Now we have to think which move you are going to play, because if you will directly play the move like king to e7, black will just give check, will give check, check, and if you will try to go away from the pawn, he will just attack the pawn too, and you will not be able to queen. So here, try to think which move you have to play. You have given a check, king is inside. Instead of bringing the king out, which other move you are going to play? So I will just give you 2 seconds. In this, you can pause the video and try to figure out for the answer. Okay, if you have got the answer, it's good. But if not, then I will tell you. Rook to f4. Very important move. Now you will see why this move is very important. Let's say black plays rook to c2. Now white king comes out. Check. King comes on d6. Rook d2 check. King comes on e6. Check. King will go on the d5. Check. And now you will block this check with a rook. And see this, now black cannot give any more checks. Okay, so if he takes, king takes, and then you will promote the pawn to a queen, because we have already pushed the black king away. So that's why this is the way to win the Lucena position. It is also called as bridge position. First you have to give check, and then we have to prepare this bridge on the 4th rank by playing rook to f4. And then after that, whatever the black plays, then you are winning this, because here the rook will block, and that's it. So this was about the Lucena position when pawn is in the center files, when is a non-rook pawn. Okay, non-rook pawn, when it is a non-rook pawn. Now let's say it is a rook pawn. So it's with the rook pawn, it's always very difficult to win. Okay, because rook pawns are always very tricky and it creates a lot of problems. Okay, so rook pawns are always like different and difficult to win. Like in this particular position, this is a draw. Okay, uh, because the king is quite near. Okay, in this position, so not a way for the white to win actually here. But first, we will see one position in which the white can win. Let's say I just push the king and rook one step and square to the right side, or you can say like I just push them away, so I converted that game, this position into this one is the winning position. Okay, now I will tell you how is it winning. First, white has to play simply rook to c1, king e7, then rook to c8, king d6, then rook to b8, rook a2, king b7, rook b2 check, king c8, rook c2, and king is hiding behind the opponent's king. So let's say rook comes here on the h2. Now you be careful. Now don't promote it to the queen. You will instantly lose on rook h8 checkmate. So here white plays rook b6 check. King comes on the c6. Again, he can do this. So just don't push the pawn. He can just come here and skewer your queen. So it is important, like after this check there is a very strong move, that is rook to c6 check. When king takes this, you can promote this pawn to a queen with a check. Now there is no skewer, and this queen versus rook is winning for white. Okay, now coming back to this position, as the king is little nearer, this position is a draw, because if he will go rook to c1, king will come on the d7, so not allowing the rook to come on the c8. Let's say he tries to go from some other file. Let's say rook to h1, king d7, rook h8, king c7 going near the white king, and rook to b8. Now it is important for black to not take this rook. It would be a mistake. So he just moved rook to h2. Black can just go rook to h2. Then rook b7 check, king c8, rook b1, whatever he plays. The black king is there, and it cannot be removed, whatever is being played. Let's say black can just simply come back here on the c2, and if he tries to give check anything, nothing will happen. King c8, let's say he goes back, and let's say any move, rook to a2, this check, this is not even winning, because again king to d7 will come, and it's not winning anyway, whatever he tried to do. Okay, so this position is just completely draw for white. Okay, so here white cannot win. So this was about the Lucena position. Okay, there are some actually some more details. For that I will make another video that's of like very higher level. Some more rook end games are there in that. Okay, will be there in that soon. Okay, so this was about the Lucena position. First, when pawn is a non-rook pawn, then non-rook pawn, and this one is the draw. Then this one non-rook pawn, but it is winning because the king is far away. Okay, so this was about the Lucena position. Now we will see the very important position about the rook end game. Lucena is also important. The second important, equally important position is Philidor position. Okay, so this is a pure Philidor position in which white king is on the d5, or you can say on the fifth rank. That pawn is there on the e5, and rooks are there. Okay, so like it can be like vary the rook's position and everything, but the ranks are important. Okay, so again the we have to focus on where the pawn is. Okay, because that is important. Here it will be a draw. Philidor, all the Philidor positions are draw. Okay, but there is a way to draw it. Okay, you cannot play anything to draw the position. Okay, before explaining this, I want to tell you about two positions similar to Philidor, like this position. Here actually the pawn and king are one step closer, and here the black rook is passive. So this is the one thing. Black cannot defend passively. If he will play passive, then it will be very difficult for him. He cannot win. Here white can simply play rook to a7. King goes, suppose if it goes to c8, then rook a8 is the checkmate only. If the king goes here on the e8, then rook a8 check, king here, rook takes, king takes, pawn push, and white is winning because he is able to promote. So this position is completely losing for black. Okay, now look at this position. This is a knight pawn. Okay, knight pawn and rook pawn, the Philidor is kind of same. Okay, knight pawn and rook pawn, it's always a draw. When there is a knight pawn or a rook pawn, then black can play passively and still be able to hold. Let's say white plays the move rook b7 check. King will just go to a8. No problem with that. Then again rook a7, king b8. And let's say he tries to come from here, king b5, then black will just keep on moving his rook, then king c6, because there is no check coming and skewering the rook. Then rook e8, king even comes near, rook can go back. Now king has to go back. So this will be a draw only. But one thing is to be seen, like if for the rook b7 check, if black by mistake plays king to c8, then this position is losing, because then the white can play king to a7, and then it is difficult to play, because if he moves the king, then white will just play and win the rook. If he moves the rook anywhere, then still there is a move like rook b8 can be played, then king goes, then whatever, that's just winning. Okay, so this would be winning, this would be like converted into a kind of a Lucina position, so it would be winning for white. So we have to be careful that whenever the check is there, go in the corner. So corner is the safe, corner is safe. Okay, so now coming back to the pure fillet out position, we have discussed this position when it's a non knight and rook pawn. Okay, it's not a knight pawn, it's not a rook pawn, then it's winning for white. When it's knight or rook pawn, then in that case it will be a draw, because the passive defense will work. Now here, what's the correct way to defense? Okay, here the surprisingly correct move is rook to h6, cutting off this king. King shouldn't be allowed to come in. Let's say he plays rook g7, king e8, rook a7, doesn't matter, rook g6, just be on the sixth rank, that's it, and it would be good. Then pawn to e6, once he pushes the pawn, black will just go back on the g1, and from the back side he is ready to give the checks. Let's say king d6, then rook d1 check, king e5, rook e1. Okay, he will just keep on giving checks. If black tries to go sorry, white king tries to go near the black rook, then check like this, and then when the king is far away from the pawn, rook will attack this pawn, and once the pawn is gone, two rooks, rook versus rook will be an easy draw. So here, this is the correct way to defend, just to play rook on the h6 and maintain the rook on the sixth rank and not allowing the king and pawn to come in. Once they reach the sixth rank, it becomes very difficult to win. Okay, so rook h6, rook g7 check, whatever is played, then now let's say rook g6, pawn e6 push, rook g1, let's say he plays rook a4, something like this, to make a bridge, but it will not work here, because just king e7, and let's say he plays the move like this, whatever, just move the rook, doesn't matter. Let's say he moves it here, he gives check, try to block, it won't work, because rook takes, king takes will come, and then king will win the pawn, white will win the pawn, and king versus king, it's a draw because of the insufficient material. So this is the way to defend the fillet dog position. Okay, because what white will try to do to convert it into a Lucina position, and we have already seen how to win the Lucina position, especially when it's a non-rook pawn. So don't allow him to just come on the sixth rank only, and black is doing well, so it would be winning. Okay, so this was about the rook endgames, two very important positions about the Lucina and Philidor. We have seen the Lucina position when it's a non-rook pawn and a rook pawn. The Philidor position, then like the passive defense that will work only in case of knight pawn and rook pawn. In other cases, you have to do this active defense, go on the sixth rank and block. Okay, so like this was about the rook endgame. Okay, and if you are have liked the video, like then you please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, so that you will be notified whenever I will keep posting these videos. I will keep on making such videos on the end games, middle games, openings, maybe showing some games from the like grandmasters games, whatever the best games that I feel. Okay, I will be analyzing the games, and I have already made a video on the Queen versus Pawn endgame. So do watch it. So for today, this is it. So bye bye.